We're living in strange times, and it's getting to a point that we are definitely living in some strange times where men are now being called insecure if they don't want to date a sex worker. First off, when you hear a woman says she's a sex worker, it is to run to the hills. It is not to even give it a second thought. But this woman right here is trying to advise men to date a sex worker. Let's hear what else she has to say. I'm telling you, the Jezebel spirit is strong in our society. It really is. It's not a joke. It is not a joke. Without further ado, let's get into it. You can't do that. Her work puts you at risk of catching STDs. Her work requires her to put her mouth on other men's genitals if they require it. Okay? This is crazy, man. And if the condom breaks with one of her johns, she's not going to tell you. And the thing is, this woman is dangerous because she has a radio station. People are actually listening to her and taking her advice. Okay? This is crazy. Let's keep going. How could a man be secure in his manhood, trusting being with a woman? How could a man be secure by if you let everyone use your toothbrush? How can that be? How can that be? It's the same thing with a man dating a prostitute. That's what she is. She's a prostitute. And she's going around having sex with other guys for money. Why should a man put himself in that position? on that other person, wait a minute, everything falls on the other person? Not about the woman who's participating in the sex act for money? It's all the other person that has to deal with it, that has to be secure. This is some mental jumping jacks I've never heard of. Well, actually, I've heard if the woman's a feminist and they want to try and put everything on the man. Well, I have this dysfunctional, destructive behavior that pays me a lot of money and could cause me to be pregnant with another man's kid, or give you a fatal STD and me a fatal STD. But it's all on you to, take it. It's all on you to be secure in your manhood, to be okay with my lips being on other men's private parts and on their lips. It's okay with you because you got to be secure to take that in, to be a man. It takes a real man to be with a prostitute. Yeah.
So, I'll be in a relationship with someone that is a sex worker. The thing that you guys have to remember is that this is a job that they do. Yes, it is about being intimate with somebody else, but not intimate, having sex with someone else. There's a difference between having sex and being intimate, and I know a lot of people, I probably get a lot of comments below and say, oh, it's not just the same thing. No, it's not. It is not. So the thing is for you, Mr. Anonymous, is that you have to look beyond her job of her being a sex worker. And if you say she's this dope of a person, then be her friend first. Because honestly, you're not ready to be in a relationship anyway. Whether it's with a sex worker or with a regular chick or whatever, you're just not ready for it. Thing is, I'm not knowing exactly what was the toxic, I can't pronounce it. I don't know how toxic your relationship was, and if it was you or if it was your other your partner that was toxic in a relationship. I don't know. But if you're writing in and asking this question, you was questioning yourself. You just need to confirm it. That's it. You're not ready for no relationship at all. Be her friend. You guys be friends. All right, so love. Let me close with this. I just want to say I don't know how toxic your last relationship was. I don't know if it was her fault, your fault. I don't know if there was any history in your relationship or whatever. But the thing is that you have to really put yourself um, and to be very honest. I have received a question, but there was sex accident. Is it possible to have a relationship with um, but it's up to you guys individually. Are you going to be okay with her being a sex worker? Maybe that sex worker going to be okay with you being okay with her being a sex worker? I know this is something all totally, it is more deeper than that. But truly, you guys have to be strong individuals without that other person. And then when you guys are with that other person, whether you're a sex worker or not, or in a relationship with a sex worker or not, you have to know that that person is the added spice to put together. You know what I'm saying? That you're not depending on that other person for happiness. You know what I mean? That other person for validation. You understand what I'm saying? And I hope you do. The thing is that, and I know I can get started rambling on. That's literally why I had to cut the tape and bring it back. Because honestly, I've been a fan of your music for a while. And I'm not telling you right. I've been a fan of your music for a while. And being in the industry, the entertainment industry, period, is hard when you meet someone, whether they're in the industry along with you or outside of the industry, because there are just people. And I don't know if that's what was because of your last relationship or why it was so toxic. But remember those things. Remember, learn from those. Learn from whatever happened in your last relationship and learn from that. You guys understand what I'm saying? Learn from that. Learn what not to do and what you that next relationship. So I guess my thing is, again, is saying, no, boo, you're not ready to date anyone until you're getting over that last toxic relationship. You understand what I'm saying? And just get you. Well, again, thank you for sharing this with me. I know we talked about a month ago, literally about a month ago, we talked about this. But I wanted to thank you for allowing me to share this right here on this platform and sharing, touching me to
My thing is this: you trying to trust. You're trying to tell this person they're not secure enough, they're not ready for another relationship because of a toxic relationship. But you don't think being with a sex worker is another toxic relationship. I'm just going to end that part. I'm done listening to her. They don't think that being a sex worker puts women in the toxic relationship box. She doesn't think that, being in, a man dating a woman, like I said again, who's a porn star, who's a sex worker, isn't recipe for a toxic relationship. And she's advising this man to be, to be secure in himself, to date that woman. Okay, she can, she doesn't know about the toxic relationship of this man before dating this sex worker. Okay, but you don't see the fact that what if he said, oh, I met this woman and she's a sex worker, but I don't care. I still love her. She would have said, go for it. Go for it. Date that sex worker. He went from the frying pan into the fire. And she's encouraging that. Now, why talk about it? You can talk about this because you're going to have a bunch of young men who are going to listen to her. Young adult men are going to listen to her. Write to her. Probably even find that this is I found a sex worker, dating her for a number of years, and I want to marry her. And what would she would say? Yes, marry the sex worker. Don't let people judge you. Okay. Let's look at the comments. So people asking sex workers if they should date a sex worker. Going to be a biased answer. Hopefully it's just for fun. Only weak men would would wife up a sex worker. Yeah, it's true. Only weak men would do that. And having sex with one is not good either because, they could have STDs and stuff like that too. It's not good. An ex-porn star giving advice on a relationship with a sex worker. America is indeed a great country. Freedom of speech is a treasure. 3.5 billion women on the planet, and you are going to fixate on one sex worker because she's dope? Really? When did it start being insecure to expect exclusivity in relationships? Thank you. Well, you could blame feminism for that because that is what is saying women could be promiscuous and they could be whores, yet they are still women because they're still women of respect. You can't do that. Okay? My advice to you, bro, don't do it, avoid it. Every time someone pays you for sex, you're telling them how much you're worth. Your body, soul, mind, your physical, mental, psychological health on the line for dollars. If you can put a price on your body, no matter how high the price, you've cheapened yourself. Exactly. He does need to heal, but I'm not on board with questioning his manhood as being part of the problem. Even after the healing, his manhood has nothing to do with the issues that come with dating a sex worker. The fact this person is a sex worker means there are financially and emotional issues I dealt with on her part, and are reasons enough to avoid a relationship with her. His manhood is not part of the equation, but her emotional and mental health issues are. Exactly. Most of these women, even porn stars, okay, if you find out history about them, a lot of them, come from childhood sexual abuse. A lot of them do drugs. A lot of them have even been raped when doing sex work. Okay. To me, if you date someone who is a sex worker, it's by default an open relationship due to the fact that your partner is having intercourse with somebody else. It doesn't matter that he or she is getting paid to do it or not. I do not want to be sharing my partner physically with anybody else. I would agree that with you that the person should wait before they start back into dating anyone. After all, being in a toxic relationship. Well, here's another one. Naomi's deleting comments. These men telling the truth, and she's not feeling that. That is the truth. People live in these delusional worlds, okay? When it comes to feminism and the left, and and they think that by you having followers that believe the same thing you do, you're right. It's not based on facts. There are millions of studies, okay, showing that these women are damaged who go into prostitution and the sex industry, okay? Also the fact of soul ties and people the amount of people women have sex with, you can't parabond. You can't bond with one person and be intimate with them because you've given yourself up so many times to other people. Okay. All right. This is, this is something that is this is crazy. And like I said, she has followers, and she's going to have young men listening to her and thinking her advice is sound. Wait a minute. Ex-porn star giving advice about relationships. Y'all take advice from anyone. Too many simps in this world. No wonder females are behaving like that. Exactly. Okay. Too much, idolatry for just to be with a woman. And it's crazy. This is crazy. All right. You're dating someone that could put your life in danger, could give you an STD, or have a crazy stalking John that wants to kill you because he thinks that's his girl because he paid $45.99 for her. He didn't take the free trial. He paid the membership special. All right. This is what I have to put up here. And if you like the content, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Later.